Funding for Decibel is provided by Texas Mutual Insurance.
And listen, this is just common sense.
They need to be held accountable.
Good evening, I'm Judy Maggio. Tonight on Decibel, aging in Austin. Despite the capital city's young, hip image, the influx of baby boomers and beyond is having a big impact on how we live, work, and play. Austin's culture, creativity, and thriving economy attract newcomers at a record-setting pace, but they're not all under 40.
I think we've become a go-to destination for retirees because I think what it means to retire is changing.
Austin has the fastest growing population of people 55 plus in the nation and the second fastest growing group of seniors 65 plus, prompting an age-friendly action plan.
It looks at urban living, urban planning through the eyes of older adults, talking about things like housing, transportation, etc.
But meeting the needs of a surging senior population is a challenge, especially in a city that's so racially and economically divided.
I mean, when you put it all together, it almost doesn't work. You know, they work their whole lives and now they're struggling to just stay afloat.
It's not easy growing old. Many people face emotional, financial, and health challenges. It can also be challenging for the caregivers, who are often the children. And the journey to parenting your parents requires some patience. Finding a safe, engaging adult daycare center can provide peace of mind and precious time to recharge. Blair Waltman-Alexan takes us to Age of Central Texas.
Everybody wants to age in place, wants to live in their own home. Our adult day centers allow people to age in place without aging alone. So today's Valentine's Day, and we're having a Valentine's party down in our adult day center. We've got one of our favorite activity leaders who's going to come in and lead a dance party. So our members are very excited. They're all dressed up. So we are looking forward to having a fun day. Age of Central Texas is a regional nonprofit based here in Austin. Our mission is to tackle the challenges of aging with expert solutions, and we do that through adult daycare centers.
Inhale.
Our adult day centers are the only 2 licensed centers in Central Texas. They are vibrant daytime care for older adults who can't or shouldn't or don't want to be home alone during the day. We have a whole variety of activities, always something physical.
And you don't just sit there, you're moving and going. It's great.
Every day I ask her, what did you do daycare? Oh, we talked, we laughed, we danced, we sang. So she likes it, and then she tells me, everybody's so nice there, I want to go back tomorrow.
What's the largest problem with older people? One of the main problems is social isolation. Having interaction for your loved one while you're having a chance to do something for yourself is really important.
Our healthcare system does not have enough workers or enough dollars to pay for all of the care that family caregivers provide. It is hard and it is stressful, but it is so necessary.
It's difficult to watch your family member lose skills. I know she's still in there somewhere, but we can't get to her anymore.
It's a lot of stress. Oh God, I'm gonna get emotional. It's a lot of stress on you personally. I mean, it's like having a child. If it wasn't for the program, I don't know what I would have done. Their mind is still working, and if they were not in a program and just sitting there at home, then I think they would probably deteriorate a little bit more versus being interactive with other people.
I own a small business, so I'm able to run my business, and she gets a fulfilling day here. She comes home and she's tired and she's had a good day, and it's just, they treat her like family. You've seen the dance in there. They're just, it's almost like that every single day.
We had a gentleman who attended our center for a long, long time. He was still married when he started attending the center, and his wife died. And his family, shortly, a few days after her death, said to him, you know, you don't have to go into the center today if you'd rather stay home. And he said, no, those are my friends. I want to go be with them. Our goal is for people to come, be part of a community, and go home feeling satisfied that they have been somewhere where they are important, where they matter, where they belong.
I'll see you tomorrow. Just God willing. God willing.
For a growing number of people, the golden years are tarnished by the harsh realities of poverty. A quarter of all baby boomers say they have no personal savings or retirement. What are the local safety nets for low-income seniors, and where are people slipping through? Joe Rocha and Angela Maldonado looked for the answers.
I really didn't think too much about me reaching the age I am. I didn't think about retirement too much. I just lived. I just, you know, as long as I was working, had a roof over my head, a little food in the icebox, and the people around me was happy, then I was satisfied in life. You know, I got crippled almost overnight, like, you know, just boom, it was there, you know. When you're really, really down and you feel that you're rock bottom, there's always some little something that'll jump up to cheer you up. Well, then take load off then.
We sat down with Family Elder Care to discuss options for seniors on a fixed income.
You just need to know how much the insurance needs to be. We see individuals that have worked their whole lives, you know, they're now drawing their retirement, and what they're getting is not enough to sustain their regular, you know, whether it's a mortgage, their taxes, their utilities, their medical bills, transportation costs. I mean, when you put it all together, it almost doesn't work. You know, they worked their whole lives and now they're struggling to just stay afloat. Austin is a pretty senior-friendly place. However, we're not very friendly when it comes to our housing rates, and that's kind of where seniors are ultimately affected. His name is Terry Markland. He was a homeless referral that I received from the Arch.
I was on my way back to Tennessee from California. I was at California. I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my wife, I lost my girlfriend, I lost my brothers. They all passed away on me. I had terrific pain on my knees. So I stopped at the doctor's and they gave me a pass to go down to this Arch place downtown, a homeless shelter. Well, about 2 days later, I was out on the street, and I was in an old raggedy wheelchair. And I was sitting out on the street, and this wonderful lady that works for elderly care, her name's Miss Sam Campbell, she come out there on the street and got me, you know, and started talking to me. And then she took me across town, and she put me in a community home. Then she helped me get my ID back together. She helped me get more money on my Social Security check, helped me get a housing voucher, and she did all that within like 6 or 7 months. And then she moved me out here.
1 out of 5 Austinites will be 65 and older in just 10 years, and our population is going to double by the year 2050. So this comes with many different challenges, especially for our low-income seniors.
That's what University of Texas professor Dr. Jacqueline Onhill wants to figure out, how to help seniors. Her recent research looks at which community-based lawn care programs would be a good fit for Austin.
We really need to be imaginative with our proposed solutions as we move forward, because this population is rapidly aging, and our city is definitely poised for this, but is going to have to really focus their attention on all these issues.
The best way that we can go about it is understanding what people's benefits are, understanding what they're entitled to, helping them apply for those things. These are not common knowledge things. This is, you know, our responsibility to educate the community and the clients and make sure that we're going after every subsidy to possibly help somebody sustain with a fixed income. But I think where we're kind of missing the mark is with the affordable housing. So you can be enrolled in, you know, programs and have services, but if we don't have anywhere to place those individuals, we can't really get them from point A to point B, and they will never actually get to that level of sustainability.
And I never did think I'd be down and out like I got down and out. And I guess that's the main thing. But I know this, if I had to stay out on the street like I was, I probably wouldn't have been here, you know, because I was pretty well stressed out and in pain and stuff, you know, and I just kind of got lifted up, you know, by a certain little lady, you know, a certain little organization, you know, just kind of lift me up.
Since Austin is riding the wave of the silver tsunami, we checked with the City Commission tasked with planning for this surge of seniors.
Everyone complains about the traffic in Austin, but if you're a senior who has limited driving ability or maybe can't drive at all, then you have fewer options. So is mass transit available to you? Are you able to use a rideshare program? Do you have the kind of a phone with the correct app on it? Do you understand how they work? One of the things that we would like to see is some better coordination in senior transportation so that seniors could make one phone call and find out all of the services that would be available to them. There are people who aren't getting the senior tax exemption that they deserve because they either didn't know about registering for it once they turn 65 or they just haven't done it. Seniors can also defer their property taxes if they need to. The taxes would then be due when the house is sold or when the senior passes, but that is an option that a lot of people don't know about. We advocated for a larger portion of the recent housing bond to go to the home repair program because we know that it's a very important tool that can help low-income seniors stay in their homes. We're working on a website and asset map for seniors that would give them access to what's going on to serve their needs, whether it's from the city, the county, private sector, nonprofits, kind of a one-stop shop on the internet that would help them address some of their needs.
Here in the city of startups, technology is changing the face of aging. It's not only keeping us connected, it's keeping close tabs on the mental and physical health of those we love.
You don't get too sick of me, do you, Mom?
No, not too sick.
Good answer, Mom.
And then sometimes she'll drop in after dinner.
A couple of iPads on a kitchen counter are connecting two elderly moms who live hundreds of miles away from each other and their baby boomer children in Austin.
I was thinking I should start a cribbage club here where I live. It's a senior retirement home.
90-year-old Betty Roholt is in Portland, Oregon.
I walk in from wherever I am, and Teresa says, "Hi, Mom." It scares me.
I know.
92-year-old Rosemary Sansone is in St. Louis.
So, Mom, have you taken your pills today?
Frustrated with being so far away from her widowed mom, Teresa Ferguson turned to technology. An Echo show device is in her mother's apartment, and Teresa uses the Alexa app.
We have a little schedule. She knows she's going to Mass, she goes to breakfast, and then she can come back home. And that gives her just a sense of comfort. And then some days, some days are better than others. And so when she's especially shaky in the mornings when I wake her up, she'll say, "Teresa, stay with me, stay with me." And so that's like, oh yeah, I'm right here, Mom.
It's part of the daily routine.
Teresa told neighbors Stuart and Louise Roholt about the setup, and it's been a game changer for them, too.
We got it about almost a year ago now, and it just was so much easier and so much more consistent ability to just drop in two-way and have them feeling comfortable with dropping in on us.
Just last month, Stuart couldn't get to Portland when his 97-year-old dad went into hospice. Technology provided the ultimate gift.
I was able to hang out in my kitchen, there with everybody, the rest of my family in the room, and also talk to my dad, and tell him everything that I wanted to say. And, it was okay for him to go because he just fulfilled his purpose. And, we all loved him, and I love him, and I know that he loves me. And So that's just it's just like the biggest gift that I was able to be there and tell him, and I knew he heard me.
In the month since his dad's death, the virtual visits have provided even more peace of mind.
She called it a security blanket, a warm, fuzzy security blanket. What a gift. What a gift. I mean, it'll help her. She knows she's got to grieve, of course, but she's aware too that she doesn't want to fall into a depression, and I think it will help her not.
This Echo setup is just one of countless ways to communicate face-to-face with seniors. And with the silver tsunami rolling in, new devices and apps are always in development. Technology can be frustrating, especially for folks who didn't grow up using it. But the first step is trying.
It's a trial and error kind of thing, and there will be times when you're cursing the technology, but stick with it because it's so helpful, not only to us, but to the parent too.
Technology is also opening up new windows to the world for seniors and helping them overcome isolation and depression.
She gave me things to do, places to go, people to meet. And it just helped me out of that bedroom, and I was living again. That's when he first born. Look at them legs.
Nothing makes Brenda Wright smile more than pictures of her newest great-grandson, Leighton. But not too long ago, nothing brought her joy.
I had those mood days, and nothing was done, no bed made, no food, I didn't eat.
After a divorce, losing her home, and suffering from health problems, Brenda dipped into a deep depression. Then Meals on Wheels Central Texas told her about its telehealth treatment program, free virtual counseling sessions to help clients manage depression. It was just what she needed.
It was all, with the mind, just really getting yourself ready for you and stop worrying about how people feel about you, how you're not gonna make it, just start trying to make it, and it brought a whole lot to me.
Telehealth is run by UT's School of Social Work and Dr. Nam Ki Choi.
So we try to help them to really reconnect with their loved ones, reconnect with their past behaviors, and by doing so, they can be a better manager of their health conditions in their life, and also that provides a lot of structure in their daily life.
It's music to it, but it annoys me.
Playing games and answering emails also adds structure to her daily routine. Another program through Meals on Wheels provided Brenda with a computer and coaching to use it. At 69, she's no longer looking back with sadness. She's happily looking ahead.
I love my life now. I love who I am. I enjoy who I am.
While there are new high-tech ways to keep seniors connected and thriving, person-to-person contact is irreplaceable.
We're going to see Conway Noreen, and everyone calls him Leon. So I've been delivering meals to Leon for probably, I would say, 12 years out of my 23 working for Meals on Wheels.
Dana is closer to me than even my children, probably.
Hi. How's it going?
We're just fine, thanks.
Good.
I can talk with her and ask her about her kids and what her plans are and what she's going to be involved in this next week.
Here you go.
Thank you.
And there's your cold meal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We've been through deaths and births and pets and illnesses. To be able to share experiences with someone, makes it where we don't have to carry our burdens ourselves.
My goodness, just the friendship that someone is concerned about you.
Well, here we are, and let's go see Leon. Hi, Leon. Hello. How's it going?
Okay.
Good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Can I put these in the refrigerator for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want some coffee?
Of course.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
perfect. Yeah. Great.
I was wondering what this has meant to your nutrition, because I'm wondering what you'd be eating if you, because you're a widower, you know.
Potato chips, probably.
Don't admit that on the camera.
or something like snack foods or something. It's really the only balanced meal I get, because I don't really cook.
We want to make sure these meals are very nutrient dense, because that one meal is oftentimes 2/3 of their intake over the whole day. So it really counts for two, and some of our clients, it's the only meal they have.
The people we serve don't have access to food, don't have the resources to obtain food, and we provide them this hot, nutritious meal for free every weekday.
Food insecurity in older adults really increases their risk of chronic health conditions, exacerbating the ones they already have, and we know all that leads to the hospitalizations, the premature institutionalizations, and of course, most importantly, diminished quality of life of that individual.
I might be in a nursing home if it wasn't really, seriously, if it wasn't for Meals on Wheels. From a societal viewpoint, it's much better to keep people in their homes than have them move somewhere.
Really, you do a great job being independent, and that is, you know, one of the major goals is to keep people independent, which we know makes people happier when at a time in their life when they should be the happiest.
Creativity doesn't have an expiration date, and a good way to keep your mind engaged is through writing. When you've lived a long, full life, your stories could fill a book.
Some people are good at writing, some people are good at ideas, inventions, but a lot of people have it, but it's dormant, and sometimes if somebody can kind of help you unleash it, you'd be surprised at what's down there.
But the next room it was the dining room, and it had a great big mahogany. I know we forget to go, we had one. Big mahogany table.
Yeah.
We started this program, Continuing Creativity, when we went door to door and we asked the Chestnut neighborhood, what are some things that you need? What are some resources that would help this community? And one of them was resources for seniors.
This is a mind game. It's a thinking quickly on your feet kind of game. So I'm going to call out somebody's name, and Z is going to try to get to them and pick them.
What the classes do is they give you techniques. They give you techniques, and they try to make you think about different ways how you can look at things, whether you're going to write a poem or you do a short story. They give you activities really to kind of get your mind working. So I always call it like exercising the brain.
If someone wants to offer to volunteer to share exactly what it was like to walk to your childhood home.
We do a lot of writing, and we look back on our younger life. When we were kids ourselves, we have written about that. It don't let you forget where you came from. You know, it keeps it alive in your mind all the time. As I was taught, our mind is a devil workshop. So you got to keep your mind moving. Okay.
This farmhouse was built by
I love hearing the stories and experiences of the other people here, to hear what they've gone through and the kinds of things they've had to struggle with and challenges that they've faced. It's really beautiful to hear that and to see that put into words. So for me, creativity is really important. And it has 3 parts to it.
It's something I do that relaxes me, and I can spend hours on my computer doing that stuff. I mean, I can get up at 6 in the morning and I'll type till like 2 or 3. You know, so I said, is this how Hemingway did it? Of course, I don't drink a lot yet. It lets people know that I still have a mind and I still can contribute to society and I'm not invisible. It's opened my eyes to a part of art that I thought that I would never understand.
It's hard to capture the scope of aging in half an hour, but we hope our stories have provided a thought-provoking look at aging in Central Texas. If you enjoyed tonight's Decibel, be sure to like our Facebook page where we premiere our stories. We also invite you to connect with us by going to our website, decibelatx.org, and signing up for our monthly newsletter. Thanks so much for spending some of your evening with us. Good night.
Funding for Decibel is provided by Texas Mutual Insurance.